Well, hello, friends. Tony Howard here with Astrology University, and I'd like to tell you about our upcoming summit, Astrology and World Events, Challenges and Opportunities. Our new summit is going to be broadcast live October 3rd and 4th, 2020, and it is free to watch live. It's free to sign up, so head over to astrologyuniversity.com/summit to sign up. And I have one of our amazing speakers with us today, Hadley Fitzgerald. Hey, Hadley, welcome, and thanks for joining me today.
I'm glad to be here as always, Tony. Thank you.
Beautiful. So your talk is called Keeping the Ghost Light On, Neptune in Our National Narrative in 2020 and Beyond. Sounds super intriguing. As usual, you always come up with the best titles. So can you tell folks a little bit about what you're going to be sharing with them?
Well, back in the early 20th century, which seems like really over 100 years ago, a certain revolutionary observed that there are decades where nothing much seems to happen, and then there are weeks where decades seem to happen. And I think we're certainly in a year where decades, if not centuries, seem to be happening in a week. So as I was thinking about this summit, a theatrical tradition came to mind. When a theater empties out after a performance or rehearsal, someone leaves one light on near center stage so that the theater is never completely dark, even though it's empty. It's called a ghost light. And there are a lot of stories about its origin. But in essence, the ghost light can be seen as a promise that everyone involved in the production will be coming back in with their skill and their knowledge and their imagination and their passion to light up the theater once again. So, while the intense developmental pressure of the current Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto in Capricorn cycle has for now emptied out our actual theaters and required a huge rewriting and restaging of both our personal and collective dramas, the oceanic power of transiting Neptune has also become very apparent in the spreading of COVID-19 and the paradoxical requirement that we come together by remaining compassionately separate, and that we be simultaneously exiled even though we're at home. Now, we don't readily associate Neptune with light, but bear with me here. For nearly 20 years now, I've been made mindful that the tightest aspect in the Sibley chart for the United States is Mars square Neptune. There's a Sun-Saturn square, yes, but this is the tightest one. And this aspect has always had a powerful role in America's narrative about itself and about its role on the larger world stage. And with a boost from the solar eclipse in December this year, transiting Neptune in Pisces will, in earnest, begin activating that natal Mars-Neptune square well into 2023. So on an archetypal level, I think this 2020 election is as much, if not more, about voting for a story as it is about voting for a person. Mm. And we know there are so many possible manifestations of Neptune. But imagination is a central one. It can serve us well, it can serve us ill. And at this time in our history, the true light of imagination is central as an antidote to gaslighting. In the way that the Statue of Liberty has a light that has kindled the imagination of people around the world for nearly 135 years, it strikes me that we're being summoned to specifically image a nation amidst both a pandemic and the most consequential election for generations to come. Pandemic and democracy each contain the Greek root demos, and it means people. And in my lifetime, I don't think I've ever been so aware that history has its eyes on us, the people, and the story we're about to tell. We're going to be the ancestors in that story. What do we want it to be? So in my webinar, I'm going to explore that Mars-Neptune square and talk about keeping our own ghost light on so we can each play our part in telling the next version of that story.
Beautiful. Thank you, Hadley. And thanks for preparing this for us. It sounds amazing. And if you'd like to catch Hadley's presentation, Hadley will be presenting live on Saturday, October 3rd at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And we have a little time zone converter on our website. If you head over to astrologyuniversity.com/summit to sign up, you can just pop in your email address there to sign up for the summit, and we'll send you all the details. And you can also find the schedule there and click the time zone converter to find out when Hadley's going to be presenting in your time zone. Also, if you can't make the summit, or if you can't make it, you want to hear Hadley's talk and you can't make it that Saturday, we record everything. We present all of the recordings for 24 hours free to watch live. And then after that, you can purchase the All Access Pass, and your purchase of the pass goes to support all of our speakers and their work directly. So, and it supports our mission of keeping the summit free to watch live during the presentation. So hope you can join us in one way or another. And again, head over to astrologyuniversity.com/summit for all of the details. Thank you so much for joining us today, Hadley, and I can't wait to see your talk.
Glad to be here, Tony.